Welcome back to my channel, Teachers. I have great news to share with you. Well, after being with Native Camp for just 2 months and 3 weeks, I just received a promotion. So for the past few weeks, I've been, bragging about the salary here in Native Camp because if you're a hardworking teacher and you're a passionate teacher, you'd expect a 4 peso salary increase every 2 weeks. So let's say I started off at 80 pesos on my first 2 weeks. After 2 weeks, it became 84. After 2 weeks, it became 88. After 2 weeks, it became 92. After 2 weeks, it became 96. And finally, after this month, I'll be at 100 pesos per 25-minute classes. So the fun doesn't stop there because just like what I've said, I got promoted into an elite teacher. And mind you, teachers, this is where, gold comes from when it comes to being a native camp teacher because you'll be having an additional incentive. It's like an elite teacher incentive, which basically would mean you would be earning more on top of the bonuses, on top of the referral bonus, on top of your usual work hours. You're going to be able to earn more. So, on this video, I'll be sharing with you tips on how to earn more here in Native Camp, and of course, to answer the question, how to be an elite teacher in just less than 3 months. So, if I can do it, you can do it. All it takes is passion, hard work, and dedication. I'm a firm believer that the energy you give is the energy you receive. If you give your company so much positive energy, so much enthusiasm, definitely they'd be giving it back to you. The same energy that you give them, they're going to give it back to you in the form of promotions, in the form of salary increases, and so on. And to all the people I referred, my only goal for you is to experience the same wonderful experience that I've had here in Native Camp. So if you're interested, please continue watching. And to those of you who'd like to be a Native Camp teacher, you know the drill. Send me an email at askteacherkaren@gmail.com and use my email address as your referrer as well. And to my future students who'd like to sign up for private classes, all you gotta do is get in touch with me via WeChat. My WeChat details are on the description box as well. So let's get started. So, Teacha, let me share my screen with you. Take a look at this. So, on October 23, I got an email from Native Camp, and I just got the best news ever. So, I got an email saying that I've been nominated for Elite Teacher. So, I got a congratulations email here. You've been nominated for Elite Teacher. So, basically, I'm already an Elite Teacher. And they said, "Thank you so much for providing excellent lessons. Considering your teaching performance in Native Camp, we chose you as one of the elite teachers we picked from NC home based members. As a privilege of elite teacher, we will give you a special incentive based on minutes by conducting lessons within a month." So here's the best part of being an elite teacher. Well, in a month, you get to accumulate minutes, right? So let's say on your first cutoff, you completed 2,000 minutes of classes, and then on the next cutoff, you accumulated, let's say, just 1,000 hours because you weren't feeling that hardworking on your second cutoff. So you only got 3,000 minutes for the entire month. So what's going to happen there is you're going to be getting 2,000 NCC coins. Basically, that's the currency, and that's basically one NCC is to one Philippine peso plus another 1,000 NCC. So that's what? Plus 3,000 pesos every month to be given on the 10th of the month along with your earnings. Imagine this is like a totally, you know, a totally surprising, wonderful incentive because I wasn't expecting this. I didn't do anything. The only thing that I did, teacher, was to work hard, be a passionate and energetic teacher, make my students enjoy my classes, and basically I just became a professional, loving, passionate teacher. That's it. And then I got this email. So it means that every 10th of the month, I could get 2,000 to 5,000 pesos as an additional income simply because of the minutes that I've conducted. So that's actually the beauty of being an elite teacher. Besides your bonuses, which would be the referral incentive, 550 pesos per referral, your no cancellation incentive, just don't cancel a minimum of 20 classes per cutoff, you get 550, plus the other incentive, lesson incentive, get at least 100 lessons per cutoff and you get another 550. So on top of those bonuses, you will get 2,000 to 5,000 pesos per month to be given on the 10th of every month, just for simply being an awesome teacher. So, just like what I've said earlier, I want you to be able to experience all the wonderful things that I experienced here at Native Camp, because, the previous company that I worked for didn't really end well. I was so traumatized because I was such a hardworking teacher, and then only to find out that I got demoted, and then, because of the double reduction policy in China, a lot of things will change and so on. So I'm over that. Right now, I'm just feeling bliss because of this promotion that I just got on the 23rd of this month. So, with this, uh, just to be clear, it basically depends on how hardworking you are for the month. That's why the phrase or the verb that they use is just nominated, because they could easily take away the elite teacher incentive from you if you all of a sudden become like a lazy teacher, or a teacher keeps on canceling her classes, or all of a sudden you're getting low star ratings and so on. So now I'm going to be sharing with you how to be an elite teacher. So let me just show you my present ranking. So in terms of reservations, I'm ranked 52. I have 190 reservations for the month of October, and I have done 4,715 minutes. So that means I'm almost at 5,000 minutes, and that means I'm sorry, I'm so happy. That means I would get 5,000 pesos. Now, for the lessons, I'm not so happy with my rank because I'm not that hardworking. Because of my pregnancy, I only work 7 hours per day. Unlike before in my previous company, I could work like 10 hours per day. And some super teachers, they can work like 12 hours per day. But me, I only do 7 hours per day. That's 14 classes per day. So I'm ranked 357. I'm okay with that. But for the 5-star ratings, I'm very humbled. Thank you so much, Taiwan and Japan, because without you, I will not be ranked 39 for October. So my overall star rating is a 5. I'm also going to show you a glimpse of my ratings later on. So basically, these are just things that I get because of the positive energy that I believe I give Native Camp and my students. So in the past, I've been making videos on how to get more bookings, how to make your students fall in love with you, how to be a more passionate teacher, how to have a better relationship with your student, and so on. All of those things that I share with you are most likely the reason why I got promoted into an elite teacher. That's why I hope you could go check them out, because these are the fruits of my labor, and I'd like to share them with you so that you will get to feel you know the same sense of victory that I do right now. And just to share with you, teacher, initially I got the offer to be an elite teacher maybe 3 weeks or 4 weeks ago. But Native Camp gave me a condition. They said, we are inviting you to be an elite teacher provided you become a Callan teacher. Well, a Callan teacher is basically a teacher who is certified to conduct Callan classes. Callan classes are they say is a fun way of learning English, but basically it's a methodology of learning English fast. You basically help your students get to respond to common English questions effortlessly by asking a series of questions, and the student just have to simply read the sample answer, and that's it. Um, I actually did not sign up for Callan classes. I was like, I don't see myself being a Callan teacher, because the disadvantage of a Callan teacher is that you solely read from a script. If the student is asking about, let's say, grammar, why this is an error, if the student is asking what's the meaning of this word and so on, instead of answering that question, since the thing with Callan is it's all about speed reading, being able to read questions as fast as you can, and the student being able to answer the question, the common English questions, and you being able to go through so many questions, you are not allowed to answer the student's question. Instead, you'd tell them, oh, for me to be able to answer that, or for you to get the answer to that question, you have to get a free conversation class and ask another teacher. So it's like it defeats my teaching, it's against my teaching principles not to be able to answer my students' questions, not to be able to make them understand what I'm teaching them. Not that there's anything wrong with Callan, but with the type of personality, the teaching personality that I have, Callan is not for me. I cannot be just repetitive because I'm just going to give you an example of how it goes. For example, the question is, where have you been yesterday? You're going to be answering that question twice. Or yeah, where have you been yesterday? Where have you been yesterday? And then the student would read the sample answer. I went to the park yesterday. Where were you last month? Where were you last month? I was with my mother last month. Where were you last year? Where were you last year? Then the student would say, um, I was with my husband last year. I know my examples are pretty illogical, but my point is it's just too mechanical for the teacher Karen that you know. I'm not the type of person who do Callan classes. So I was so thankful that even though I am not Callan certified, I still got that invitation to be an elite teacher simply because of how I teach. I just felt that Native Camp appreciates their teachers for who they are and what they do. So I felt that Native Camp didn't have to force me to be a Callan teacher for me to be an elite teacher. However, this is like a case to case basis because the invite to be an elite teacher is given based on your performance, based on your ratings, your reservations, and of course, what Native Camp thinks is best for you. Maybe they think it's best if I'm not a Callan teacher and I could still be an elite teacher. Whatever that is, I just feel so thankful. But please don't get confused if you get an invite to be an elite teacher, but they are requiring you to be a Callan teacher as well. Because again, that was the initial requirement for me. And I was just totally surprised when I got that email again saying that I'm already an elite teacher. There you have it, Teacha. A glimpse on how to be an elite teacher. And please take note that the reason why I'm sharing these things to you is not to brag, of course, but to help you be successful. Because if I can do it, you can do it. Remember that as Teacher Karen, your success is my success. If my viewers and subscribers are being successful in Native Camp or whatever ESL company you are working for, well, obviously, as teacher Karen, okay, that's like a fulfillment for me because, okay, I'm doing something right. So, I'm just here to share with you tips on how to have a better career here at Native Camp because, in my opinion, being an elite teacher is the ultimate goal in this company. To be acknowledged for what you do, to be acknowledged as one of the best teachers is priceless. And I hope you could watch my other videos about my teaching method, my teaching style, how I get fully booked, because I would like you to have the same experience so that your progress here in Native Camp would be really fast. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, Teacher Karen, and comment below if you have like video requests, questions, clarifications, and so on. And if you want to be a part of Native Camp, this wonderful company, all you gotta do is use my email address, askteachakaren@gmail.com, as your refer. And of course, send me an email as well so that I could send you tried and tested tips for you to pass. Be a blessing to the people around you. I'm gonna see you next time. Bye bye.